In 2006, Garmin introduced the first GPS cycling computer, the Edge. In the following 19 years, the Edge range has expanded and progressed. New features have been added, giving more functionality and keeping pace with the rider's needs. With the ever-increasing demands of enduro and downhill, the engineers at Garmin put their heads together to develop the first ever MTB Specific head unit. Oh, we're green! We're green! Phew! This is the all-new Edge MTB. For those of you who've been following the channel for a while, you'll notice that we use a wide range of Garmin products. Now, although lots of these work well with mountain biking, a lot of them are more endurance or road focused and not mountain bike specific. Someone who wanted to change this was one of Garmin's Senior Product Managers, Stefan Lund. So Stefan, thanks for having us out here. How long have you been mountain biking?
Forever. I mean, making jumps as a kid on the street, grew up coaching kids camps in the summers at the local bike park here, and just been mountain biking in our backyard since then, basically.
Yeah, and we're here in your locals, and yeah, I mean, they're amazing trails straight away, you can see it, and you know, very gravity-fed trails as well. So, I mean, have you always done enduro and downhill, or what's your background?
Yeah, really like lift access bike park in the city here, short little trails fed by a chairlift, but it's been awesome. And then as I've gotten older, when the enduro scene kind of blew up, got a bike that I could pedal and still ride downhill, because riding downhill is the funnest part of cycling, I think, the gravity aspect.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is exactly why we kind of wanted to make this product.
You've really kind of built this from the ground up with mountain biking in mind, which is super cool. So do you want to run me through what were the kind of key features that you were sort of really keen to make sure were in this new head unit?
We've specifically designed this unit to represent the needs of a mountain bike customer. It has completely overmolded buttons, so there's no chance of mud, grit, grime getting stuck inside them and making it challenging to press them. We also put a Gorilla Glass display on the device that provides you with the most abrasion and drop resistant material to cover your screen. And on the back, we also have our traditional quarter-turn mount with a replaceable tab. So in the event that you do crash, it's not your edge that's going to be damaged. It's just a piece that you can replace.
The next thing, I guess, to talk about with this is the way you mount this to the bike. You've designed a whole new mounting system specific to mountain bikers and for downhill riders as well, right?
That's right. Yeah. So you know, we've all had that opportunity where the bike's kind of gone end over end, and the edge has been the first thing on top that's been in the way. And I think that's one of the things that we really wanted to do for this product. We know it's for gravity mountain bikers, and that's really what we're trying to focus the product on. And so we've created a top tube mount with a strap as well as a boss mounting method, so that you can keep the edge tucked out of the way, still in position where you can see it while you're riding, but in the most protected spot, either on the top tube or on the down tube of your bicycle.
So that brings me perfectly onto one of the amazing new features you have on this new unit, the timing gate system. So we've done 3/4 of a trail here, and we've already been through 3 gates. So talk me through this new feature on the product.
Yeah, so we really designed timing gates as a brand new feature that'll allow riders to progress as they're developing. So whether you're an amateur rider looking to improve on your local blue trails, you're an amateur racer or even a professional racer wanting to really shave down to that last 1/10 of a second, what the timing gates feature is going to allow you to do is go out on course and set a number of gates up to 10, where you can actually get live split time analysis for that while you're riding. So after your first lap and you've set down your first set of times, you can come back and ride it a second time, maybe with suspension adjustments, maybe with tire pressure changes, maybe with different line choices. And you can actually see live on your screen, red or green, whether you're ahead or behind the split that you rode the previous time. Once that lap's over, you can go back and look at some of the tabulated stats, whether or not you did any personal bests on that lap. And then you can also review the data at the end in your Garmin Connect account or in Garmin Connect or on the device, see exactly how your splits lined up, what your theoretical best time could have been for that day based on all your best splits, and really just allow you to keep progressing as a mountain biker.
Yeah, so I mean, that is amazing for every rider out there, really, right from beginners all the way up to your top level pros. I can see this device being super fun with the youngsters out there. They can basically race against each other, right? They can set out a couple of segments, have a bit of a session and see who can set the fastest time. They don't need to buy their own timing system or sit there with a stopwatch. They now can just do it all within this unit.
That's right.
And then obviously for the racers out there, you know, where you're looking to shave those extra couple of seconds, you can literally break it down to line choice on each individual segment, which is an amazing feature and something that we're going to touch on a little bit tomorrow when we go out on the shuttles and do some downhill, right?
Yeah.
Right, so we're at the top of the trailhead here, Stefan, and we were talking about timing gates earlier. So run me through what the game plan is for today.
That's right. So I picked a section of trail earlier today, and I went through and I set up a start gate and 5 timing gates at natural points along the trail.
Awesome. So how would you go about setting up a timing gate?
Yeah, so timing gates creation is done on the device. When you're out walking a course or riding a course for the first time, checking it out, you go into timing gates creation mode, and you're pressing and holding the lap key at the specific points that you want to set your splits at.
So we have had a sighting lap down this trail. Stefan sort of run me through the trail, and then now we're gonna run down the trail.
We're gonna do a cruisy lap, try to ride it pretty fast, trail speed, set a baseline, and then next lap we're gonna go up and we're gonna race it and see who does better.
Sweet, love it. Let's go.
All right.
Oh. Dropping in. Oh, the local lines, here he goes. Oh, we're into a new section. Oh, we're green. We're green. Phew. Oh, I got some time we made there. Oh! God, we were cooking down there. Oh, we were green on nearly every segment. That's amazing. So I want to go back up, and I reckon we can cut a little bit more time off here.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's go. Right then, time for the race run. I'm going to get a bit more of a run up, I reckon, because we're going to get that first split. But let's see how we go.
Third lap, good luck.
Let's go. Race run. Let's go! Oh, we're in! Oh! Oh, I got a bit of lines there. Oh, he's charging now. Oh, I'm still with you, don't you worry. Woo! Oh, we're in the outside again. Oh, we're into the final split now. That was so loose! Oh! Yes! Oh, that was a wild one.
That was insane.
Let's have a look and see where we were at. Oh, we're all green. Let's go. Right, so on the first split, we were quite a bit faster. Oh yeah, because we stopped and had a look. We did 20 seconds, then we were second faster on the second split, 3 seconds faster on the third split, 3 seconds faster on the fourth split, and then 4 seconds faster, or 3.5 on the fifth split.
So that was a heater. Our
that
best
was
lap
definitely
of the
a
day.
heater. Yeah, we were There were some loose moments down there, I reckon.
Yes, yeah, we were just toeing the line, but we had a fun time.
That was insane, right? Let's go. So with the new Edge, you developed a few new mountain bike specific profiles, right?
Yeah, that's right. So we developed 3 new profiles for the mountain biker, specifically in the gravity space. We have the Enduro and e-Enduro activity profiles, and those operate pretty similarly. Both climb to descend focused. You can switch your climbing and your descending mode to get different data fields, different information about the balance between how much you've climbed versus how much you've descended. So in a big day, you can kind of see how much you've gone up and how much you have remaining to get down, especially when you're in sort of a multi-stage scenario. That e-Enduro profile operates exactly the same, but it just classifies it as an e-bike activity so that the rider can get all of that in the right places.
Yeah, get rid of all the warriors registering their e-bike rides as normal bike rides.
That's right, exactly. Yeah, and then the downhill activity works a little bit differently. It actually tracks only descending. So when you're going up on a shuttle lift or when you're going up on a chairlift, none of those ascent meters are tracked, and it's pausing effectively your device while it's getting ready to track your next lap and give you a lap-by-lap stats analysis of all the descending you did, how much effort you put in, max speed, and then you can go and view that run analysis at the end of the ride. And both the downhill and the Enduro profiles do all of the descent logging at 5 Hertz. So that's the first bike computer to ever record at more than 1 time per second. We're recording your position 5 times per second for the smoothest and most accurate positional tracks.
This afternoon, we're going shuttling. The new Garmin Edge MTB has a downhill specific profile. This automatically detects when you're shuttling or on a chairlift and just focuses on the descents, and only clocks your data when you're going down the hill. Alrighty then, let's do it.
Dropping in. Should I follow you this time, or are you going?
There you go. So we found this pretty amazing piece of trail. It's got multiple lines. We've got a North Shore feature. We've got multiple route lines. We're going to pick 2, and Stefan's going to show me how to set up my first timing gates for this section, and we're going to see which one's faster. So Stefan, we're at the top of the section. How do I go about setting up my first timing gates?
That's right. So from your quick access menu, the top right button, you're going to see timing gates show up right away. You select timing gates, create timing gate series.
Perfect.
And then you're going to pick whether you're walking or riding. And so today we're walking the course, much like we do on the downhill track walk. We're going to pick walking, and then it's just going to get us to quickly calibrate the compass, make sure that we're getting our heading correctly. So you just turn it over like this, and then you get a calibration complete. Done. So what you're going to do here is there's a prompt that comes up. Hold the lap key to create up to 10 gates for split analysis. So you get to make up to 10 timing points after your start gate. So press and hold that lap button, and now we're in creation mode.
So we just walk. How does it work? We just walk down the trail in
That's
our
right.
lines?
Find your starting point that you want to start at, and you're going to set your first gate, and then at each interval that you want to do after that, you just continue setting another one until you're ready to save the series.
Simple, right? Let's do it then.
So yeah, exact same thing. So we just created a second one. So we created gate 1 of 10, and now if you want to save your gate, you go back to your quick access menu, timing gates, and just confirm that you want to save it. Yep. And then you can either name it directly on there, going back and forth, or you can open your phone up and in Garmin Connect, you can just type in a name. So one of the things to note is that when you make the gate, we set the gate about 10 meters wide to make sure that it captures the whole portion of the trail. So that way, if you're picking your inside or your outside line, it's always going to get caught lap over lap.
Yeah, so you're not going to have to worry about setting yourself in a specific place to start the gate. It's just going to auto pick it up and capture it for you.
Yeah.
Amazing. Right, well, I guess we need to get into it. We're going to see which lines are the best. One of them. Drop it in.
All right, dropping.
Alrighty then, let's try those lines again, but switch them up.
Okay, so I'm taking the shoreline, you're taking the inside line?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Let's do it. Oh, how'd you go on?
Yeah, this time I took the shoreline a little bit slower, about 1.6 seconds over the whole split.
Yeah, so I was quicker this time. I went on the shorter line this time and it was 1.2 seconds faster.
Yeah, just goes to show how much that race line really matters in the whole course.
So run it through with me. How did you guys make this new system super accurate enough to be able to do this?
Yeah, so one of the things we looked at was increasing the sampling rate of the GPS. So standard GPSs are at 1 hertz, so taking your position sample 1 time per second.
Yeah.
This device we're sampling at 5 hertz. So it makes the tracks ultra precise, both in the sampling and in the mapping after the fact. So you're gonna see really smooth curves in those tight corners, really lays out exactly where you're riding on the track. 5 hertz is a sample rate, so the number of times you're sampling per second, and 5 hertz means it's going 5 times faster than a standard GPS bike computer.
So this is a supercomputer.
Yes.
Another new feature Garmin have added to the Edge MTB is Forksight. Now, this is an updated version of it where it works with trail forks, and when you arrive to the trailhead or to a split in a trail, it will tell you exactly where the start of the trail is, what the name of the trail is, and also what grade the trail is. This is a really useful feature for people who don't know the area well or are looking to, build confidence across multiple trails, going from blues up to double black diamonds as we're at right now.
The cool part about Garmin is how vertically integrated of a company we are. So when it comes to early product development process, we ideate on a concept from industrial design, early concepts with the mechanical engineering team, to 3D printing samples and examples of what we are trying to make. And that allows us to really early in the development process see exactly what the product is going to look like. Further along, once we get the electronics and the actual mechanics design, we're able to do rapid prototyping with our factories in Taiwan. Because we're a vertically integrated company, we can work directly with our associates in our Taiwanese factories to prototype and assemble these samples and test them there, as well as test them on site at our facilities where we have mechanical equipment and electrical equipment to do all of the engineering testing, as well as a large pool of product testers that we have that actually do the sports that we're designing these products for. My favorite feature on the new Edge MTB has to be the timing gates feature. I think one of the things that I saw a lot when I've been riding as a casual cyclist, as well as with my friends who are competitive, and I've even done a few enduro races as well, is the lack of ability for people to time their training, whether they're out on their local trails or preparing for a race. It's very impossible to know exactly how their sections are going to break down before they're able to do it. And so having a tool that allows them to lap time over time and see how they're improving on a section is great for both professional athletes all the way down to the amateur cyclist who's just trying to get a little bit better at riding.
There you have it, guys. This is the new Garmin Edge MTB. Thank you so much to Stefan for explaining all the cool new features and showing us his local trails. Let us know what your favorite feature is in the comments below.